Hey there, Sam's friends and family. Today we are going to do a little closet makeover. I say little, but it was actually big because we were able to maximize the closet space and give ourselves double the amount of room from what we started with. This is the before. Keep on watching to see our after. Thanks. Okay, so you guys were able to see the before of what our closet looked like. Right now we are just taking everything out of the closet. Keith likes to hang a lot of stuff on this little door hanger here, and apparently I was just giving my robe the sniff test to see if it needed to be washed or not. Basically we are just taking everything out of the closet right now because we are going to remove all of the hardware in the closet, remove the poles out of the closet, take down some pieces of wood that are in the closet, which I've started doing here, and then we are going to sand, fill holes, paint, and then reinstall a new closet system. So the closet starts out at a size of 3 feet deep, so it goes back 3 feet, and it's 4 feet wide. So it's pretty deep as far as the closet goes, which is nice. And it actually goes up all the way to the ceiling, so there's no like end point to the top of it. It's just as high as a bedroom ceiling. So I knew we would be able to get more space out of here. I'm sorry you can't see it empty. You were only able to see it with the clothes in it. But what we had in it before was the one rack where we could hang clothes, and then above that was a shelf, and it held 3 IKEA bins, and then we had a roll-out IKEA cart that had 4 drawers in it, and then we had like some baskets on the floor that held some hangers and things like that. So we were actually able to double the space after lots of research.
Here's another hammer just in case you break that one. Glasses, here's a chisel. You should probably take the hammer and knock it in. We have other ones down there. Well, we did have other ones down there, but I don't know where they're at.
Okay, here I'm just taking out the pieces of wood that are in there. I used a hammer to do this, a chisel. I think I also used a screwdriver to try and like wedge up underneath the piece of wood. The pieces of wood are just attached to the walls where the studs are, so that way when you attach a pole to hang things on, it's sturdy, so it's not just sitting inside of the plaster walls, because it'll just fall down if you do that. So that's what's going on right now. Thanks, babe. Alright, so when I pulled the little piece of wood out that was originally holding the hanger, I got holes in the wall because I didn't use the hammer to pull the piece of wood out where the studs were. So I did fine over here. I guess I just got lucky because I didn't really think it through all the way. There's a little bit right there. You can see where there's a stud, you can see that it didn't indent like it did where there isn't a stud. So now I don't only have to fill nail holes, I also have to fill wall holes, so I'm just going to at least paint all the trim, and I can fill all the holes. And I can still hang up my hanger, so I can still hang up the racks that I want to hang things on. As you saw in the previous clip, things don't always go as planned. I definitely am one that needs to learn from my mistakes, and I have done several closets or tried to fix several closets in my lifetime and had problems happen with it. So learn from my mistakes, find out where your studs are when you're removing your little piece of wood. But there's always a finished product. I always make sure I work through those mistakes in order to come out with a final result. So my word of advice is keep working hard. Eventually you'll figure it out. Be a problem solver. All right, here I go, sanding away my problems. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to fill in these little holes in the plaster. If you have drywall, you may fill the holes differently. You might need to cut the holes out, fill the drywall in, and then fill with the spackle. But in this case, we're just taking a little putty knife, some spackle, and filling in the holes. I do suggest using quick dry if you want to continue the project, because that actually held me up. Okay, so we just hung up these two pieces of wood, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna hold the curtain, not curtain, what are they called? The closet rods. So these will go here. I bet you my closet rods aren't long enough. I'm having a hard time today. Like I thought I already had everything I needed. I tried not to get a bunch of new stuff, but that doesn't always work. Anyways, I'm gonna put one rod up there, one rod down here, and then that'll leave us a little room on this side to put stacked shelves all the way up. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna prime these. I already primed all the baseboards and everything twice, so it's white, and I got white paint for the closet, so it's one color. All right. This wood pole, but it's in awful shape, and I honestly don't want to paint it. Have to paint a new one white. And then they had wire ones, but I don't have my brother's grinder to cut it. I don't have a grinder, and honestly I hate using them. They spark everywhere, so you can't really fish the jeans. Probably proper workwear. So this one's 48 to 72 inches, and it comes with everything you need to put it together. So all you do is there's a little thing that they screw into the top, so you unscrew that, and then you save these. There's little screws on each side, and that's what actually keeps the bar in place when it's hung. So unscrew those, put them in a safe place. So it looks like it's been unscrewed before, actually. And you'll notice there's like a little plastic thing right here. This side comes off. This is just putting two of these together. And then you have one thin pole and one thicker pole. So, under here are all of your screws. And I've already fastened my wood pieces in the closet into this. No, it's facing me. Can I turn it around when it's on there? Probably not. So I faced the wood pieces. I mean, I've already put the wood pieces in, and they're connected to the studs. So from here, all I have to do, these haven't been painted over here yet because I want to be able to put the clothes back in tonight. And then I'll just go back in and paint because we go on vacation. But since these are already in the studs, then I can attach these with the little screws that it comes with. So you just open this up and put it in my pocket. So the little side is on my right side on the bottom shelf, so I'm going to do the same for the top shelf. So in the center of here, there's a little hole, and that little hole is what you use as your measurement because these are two different sizes. So the little center hole lets you know where to measure, and that's the hole that you line up, and that's the point you measure to. So the first one I don't necessarily have to measure. I can just put that one up. So I'm just going to measure over 9 inches. So that's where I put the pole. Of course, not right where I'm just throw it. Measure down. And then I just do a little dot. And then I make sure the little dot is in the center of this hole. And then what I'm going to do on the other side, because this is where I end up making a lot of mistakes, is I'm going to measure up to the dot on that one, my video quality, on this one up here. And then I'm going to make sure that my center dot measures to the same height on my other one, because I use thinner wood on this side than I did on the other side, because I want this to be more hidden behind the clothes, whereas the wood on this side that goes all the way across I'm actually going to use for hooks and things, so they need to be stable enough to hold additional weight, whereas on this side I just needed it to go into 2 studs so that way it held up the bar. But next to it I also want to be able to put shelves, so I had to plan accordingly for that. Although this plaster walls are like the worst. We got this little stud finder because I always use my brother's stud finder, so we got one. It's called like the Stud Buddy or something. It had these great reviews, and it did not work because we have plaster walls, I'm assuming. Okay, so I'm measuring up. Oh, just stuck my finger in there. Who would have thought? I thought for sure I could finish a closet in a day. But no. I wish you could see me trying to measure using my foot to hold it. Okay, so I'm at 84. So now I'm going to hang the one up on this side and the one up on that side, just using 2 screws on one side and 1 screw on the other side to keep it in place. And then from there I'm going to level the pole. And if the pole's level, then I can take the pole back off and put all of the screws in. So that's where we're at. Okay, then you just take the 2 sides with the holes, and they go on the outside, and then you put like that, and then they just sit on the little circles in here, and then I will level it. Exhausting. That is all for today.
Who's done yet?
As done as I'm going to be tonight. Okay, if you've stuck it out this long, you are a trooper. This is my final tour of the closet. I even went through and organized things as best as I could, color-coded. Now there's no light in here, so the lighting gets a little off, but you can see that at the very top we have hung up a little rack, and that is where we have hats. So I have Keith's hats and my hats, the ones that we wear most often, most easily accessible, and the ones above the door are the ones we use the least. Down below that I have little IKEA hooks where I like to hang my bags and my tank tops, so that requires less folding, so it saves me a whole bunch of time. You can see that we put a little belt holder in here. This is just from Home Depot. You just pull it out and slide your belts on there. And all along here is all of my hanging clothes. So I have my jeans, my sweaters, my sweatshirts, any kind of blouses, and then a few dresses in the back. I really minimized my wardrobe so that way I would have less things to take care of, basically. Working on minimization. Okay, and then up here we have Keith's clothes. He is not minimized. He has all of his work pants. He has his long sleeve shirts and a few other things. And then we have some baskets. So up at the very top are his sweatshirts. He has some long sleeve shirts. I have my pajama items. I have my socks. And then he has his socks. So we were able to put 4 shelves on this side, and they can be adjusted. And then below that we have our iron, our linen spray, and our hangers. Up at the very, very top, we were able to put even more storage where we kept things like bathing suits, scarves, I don't even know what's on that end over there. Can't read the label. But we just have things that aren't used as often up there, and then we even have an extra empty basket. So the closet space worked out wonderfully. We were able to double our space, and we were actually able to get rid of a dresser. So now we only have 1 dresser in our bedroom because it is tiny. We did still keep the hanger on the door. So we do still put like our things like my robe and pants that are going to be reworn or whatever on the door. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. Be sure to stop by at the blog to see any additional information that you might want to find. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.